Hello, I'm Dan Drenko. I'll be demonstrating Panopto for your use at the Sioux Falls Seminary. First of all, we need to power up the room. I'll zoom out the camera here so you can see that device and I get an example of what our rooms look like. This is a Crestron controller. It's got a touch panel display. It's easy to start up. Just touch the touch panel. Gets an on and off button. Press the on button and we're ready to go. Then we can push camera and adjust the camera to zoom in, zoom out, left, right, etc. You won't need to mess with much else on that Crestron controller. There are more advanced options, but we recommend just leaving it alone unless you want to learn how to use the other devices. So now I'll zoom in, and we'll just zoom in partway right now, and I'll begin to show you the computer. So you can see in this recording that we're capturing the screen. I'm capturing the Panopto screen right now because I don't have anything else up. If we drop that, I'll just do a normal full screen capture. If you brought a PowerPoint, you can use a USB key, put it into the side of the monitor where it says USB port, and load your PowerPoint display. Drag it onto the desktop for easy use. And you can see here, we've got it on the desktop already. You can also use the Symposium devices. They have a pen attached, and these will allow you to write on the screen or simply move your mouse. You can see the mouse moving. If I push one of the color buttons, it will bring up a little window that allows me to write on the screen, so I can show you there's my PowerPoint recording already dragged to the desktop. Now we can launch that PowerPoint and begin recording PowerPoint in Panopto. Until I make the PowerPoint full screen, it will just remain as a window in the Windows desktop and captured that way. Once we go to full screen, now you'll see the PowerPoint, and the recording will track our timeline on the PowerPoint itself, including an outline, so students using the Panopto viewer could click on those PowerPoints to advance to the one that they need help with. If we're just doing a recording, like in this case for the Lions Club, then we'll simply cut a DVD later that you can upload to a website. The PowerPoint and the instructor can both be on that, or we can choose just the camera view for somebody who's just doing a presentation, or just the computer view if we want to just display computer information. So we've already powered up the lecture capture system by powering up with the Crestron. We've turned on our computer and we've logged in. We have several logins available for this special use for the Lions Club. In each room we'll use a different lab login. In 204A Lab 3, 204B Lab 4, 5, 6, and 7 in rooms 205, 6, and 7. I'll give you the password in an email, so you'll have that to be able to log the PC on and get ready to do Panopto. We've already launched the PowerPoint. That's what we're using right now. Again, to launch the PowerPoint, you want to take it from your USB key, drag it to the desktop, and launch it from your desktop. It's just more reliable to have it on the PC directly. We double-click the PowerPoint presentation to launch it, and we put it into full screen so we get the full screen view, which is much nicer for the viewer. We started the Panopto recorder initially by double-clicking the Panopto recorder on the desktop. Let me show you that. We'll exit PowerPoint. Here on the desktop, again, we can use our Symposium, push one of the ink buttons on top, and then use it to draw on the screen to be able to show you where we have the Panopto recorder. So it looks like that's giving me a problem right now. It's probably because I have PowerPoint launched and the pen integrates with PowerPoint, but you can see where I'm circling with the mouse, the Panopto recorder. Double click that and it simply launches. So back to full screen mode with our PowerPoint, and here I can demonstrate the writing on the screen on the PowerPoint. So again, realize that once PowerPoint is launched, the integration with that keeps us from drawing on the computer screen itself, which is okay. We should usually be doing one or the other. Again, I'll send you the logins, your first initial and your last name, and I'll send you the password for logging into the Noodle on the Panopto recorder. Record. Basically, to record, we push the red record button on the Panopto recorder. That's already going. I'll show you that in just a moment. We would choose the folder we want to store our recording in this case, Lions Recordings. And we can then name it. And this one I named Panopto Demo. And when ready with the PowerPoints, again, we click the large red button and begin the Panopto recording and give our presentation. Let me show you that once. Okay, here's the Panopto recorder again. And the stop button would normally be a record button. At this point, we could stop it by pressing the stop button or pause to take a break. And back to the presentation. Now when we're done recording, we can simply click the stop button on Panopto that I showed you. We can click the recording status tab then in Panopto and click upload to server. Most of these will automatically begin uploading to server, but that's always something good to check to make sure that our recording is now being uploaded to the server. If we haven't picked the folder and started a new session and named it beforehand, we'll have to add a new session, which is another option on the screen. Panopto will upload the recordings and then it processes it, meaning it takes all the different streams, the audio, the computer screen, and the camera video, and converts them into a format that can be used in an MP4 file for viewing on other websites or into a Panopto file for special use with the Panopto viewer. When this recording is finished, and again this may take another hour, potentially at least as long as the class was, sometimes a little shorter, just depends on the day and how busy the server is. The ITS staff can then manage the recording and create an MP4 file that can be sent to you, put on a DVD, whatever you want to do with it. And we'll do that job for you. We'll put it on a DVD and get that to you. It'll be ready the next day. You can then upload this MP4 file to your website and present it there, or upload it to YouTube, whichever you'd like to do. So when we're completely done, we need to log off and shut down. So we would go log off the PC. I won't demonstrate that now. Again, our Panopto will be done. We can simply close that window. And we can turn off the Crestron controller, turning off the projection systems, the camera. And again, to do that, we simply hit the home button on the Crestron controller and push off. So that's all. Let me do a few things before we close today. Again, you can see on the screen I've got the PowerPoint. It's in minimized mode. Again, to have that viewed nicely in Panopto, we would expand it. We could certainly launch a web browser. Firefox or Internet Explorer are available for use. And we can demonstrate things in the web. We can use the Symposium using the color button, being able to circle pieces on the display to highlight for our users what we're doing. And we can just do anything else we want on the PC to demonstrate. Now, here's the Panopto recorder again. And again, I'm going to go ahead and click stop, and then we'll publish this recording. So thank you. Look forward to an email from me describing your login and password, and I'll see you on Saturday to use the system.